Stitch number 23 is the interlaced herringbone square, and it looks like this. It may look complicated, and maybe it is a little bit, but mainly it's just kind of fiddly. On the template I have drawn the shapes that are underlying the stitch, because in the stitch version maybe this is a little bit difficult to see what's going on. So this is actually a 2-for-1 stitch tutorial, because before you can do the interlaced herringbone square, you have to do the herringbone square. So in my version here, I have actually left some of the stitches as just the plain herringbone squares. So those are the ones in the single color. In the template, the ones that are made up of just 4 lines, those are the plain herringbone squares, and the ones with 6 lines are the interlaced ones. You can do both, or you can do just one of them. It's completely up to you. We'll do the large version so it's easier to see what's going on. So I'm coming up at A, making a stitch to B, coming back up at C, going down at D, and then I come up at E, going down at F, making a parallel line to the AB line, and then I come up at G. So this time I'm just trying to make a bit more room in the middle here. Come down at H. Alright, so let's do the interlacing now. Again, we come up here between A and H. Pass the thread over the end of AB. And then we pass the needle under the GH line. Or at least we'll try to. There we go. Right, and then pass the needle under the end of the AB line at the B end. And you don't want to pull the thread too tight, because you need a little bit of give, so that when you come back round, the thread will move and it will be easier to interlace the threads. So now we come round, so we've gone under this end here, and then we come round and pass the needle under. I think you're going to find it's easiest to work it if you move it around a bit. So we pass the needle under the AB line and over the pink from before. So we have a nice curve around this top here. And then the needle passes over the EF line. And then it goes under the CD line at the D end. And then we come from the outside and pass under the CD line. Again, the needle passes over itself in the middle. And then it passes over the GH line. And then it passes under the F end of the EF line. And then you come round, pass the needle under the EF line, and then over the thread, the pink thread again, and under the thread, the pink thread from before, and then over the AB line. So it comes under, over, under, and then over again. So let's pull that through. And then the thread goes under. Actually, I think it should go over the end of the F line, so that it makes the same shape. Like that. So let's try and make a small version here. Start by coming up at A. Going down at B. Coming up at C. Going down at D. Come up at E. Come down rather at F. Then you come up at G and go down at H. If you practice this stitch on a separate piece of fabric, maybe you want to write down the letters. I know I sometimes do that when I haven't done the stitch in a while, just to keep my head straight. Oh, I actually forgot. I just realized. And I forgot that up here as well. When you do the last stitch, the GH line, you pass the needle and thread over the EF line and then under the AB stitch. Like that. Because you want all of them to overlap. So come up in between A and H in this triangle shape here. And then go under the A end. In the middle, go under the GH stitch. And then pass over the CD stitch under the B end, making a loop so that you're coming under the AB stitch from the outside, and then you pass over the pink thread itself in the middle, and you also pass over the EF stitch here, and then you pass the needle under the D end of the CD line, and then you come round from the outside, passing over the E end of the EF line, and then you pass the needle under the CD line and over the pink thread again in the middle, and you pass the needle over the GH line as well, and then you pass the needle under the F end of the EF stitch, and then you come over the G end of the GH stitch and just push the stitching in the middle out of the way if you can't get to where you're going. And you pass the needle under the EF stitch and over the pink stitch in the middle, or rather the first pink stitch in the middle, because there's another one hiding over here. And this is the most fiddly bit, I find, because you have to get under that one. Can be a little bit difficult to catch it. There we go. And then you pass over nope. I lost the whole thing. So you pass under that very first pass of the pink stitch and then over the AB yellow stitch. and then under the H end, and insert the needle down to where you started the pink thread, or whichever color you're using. So you may need to just adjust the tension so that it sits evenly. So yes, it's quite fiddly, but I think it's worth it. I really like it when it's these smaller stitches and it's quite tight and you have a good difference in the thread color, so it makes this nice pattern. I hope you'll give it a go, even if you may have to do it several times to get it right. I know I did when I did it the first time. And if you decide that it's too fiddly, just go with the regular herringbone squares. Maybe mix up the colors. Enjoy. The tutorial you have just watched is part of a series of 31 stitch tutorials that I have made to go along with the pattern for this embroidery stitch sampler. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. If you want to check out the pattern, you can find the link in the description. And whatever you're making, happy stitching.